It forward for only a couple. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
A loss of 12.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A throw caught by Kumaro. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
At their own 27-yard line.
All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. As Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rolling to his right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Elliott is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right. Backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Coverage there by Earl.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Breeze to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Finding Harris over the middle.
Breeze pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
The quarterback.
Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt. It helps out your defense with field position.
1st and 10. At their own.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st down.
Running with Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
What can Breeze do now with his drive? And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
5-yard line.
And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Let's go, baby.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Miles Sanders.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Eagles.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important